Hello everybody, welcome back to yet another video. Today we're going to be talking about Chivalry 2 again and the open beta and the launch coming in 5 days. Now you might be saying, hey Turtle, it's been a little while, and yes it has. Video production is going a little bit up and down. Sometimes it's hard to focus, but other than that we're going to try to stay on the tune and the track and keep going forwards. If you enjoy videos like these, be sure to subscribe with those notifications turned on. Leave a like or a dislike. But do that later on when you feel like you know exactly what judgment to give. Alright, let's dive right into the video here. Chivalry 2 had an open beta, and that open beta lasted for, it felt like a week, and it was great. I got to level every class to at least level 15, and I think my highest level class was 21 with the archer, if I remember correctly. Now some of you might be like, Turtle, don't be an archer, what are you doing that for? I mean, archery in Chivalry 2 is more satisfying than I thought it would be. It's more satisfying than it was in Chivalry Medieval Warfare, and archery does feel like it's very rewarding when you get your shots on target. It feels amazing. It feels really good. The same is that I feel with the Vanguard. I think the Vanguard was my favorite melee class, and it was really exciting to feel the combat once again and give it a try. Now, the beta has wrapped up, or the open beta, and we're now approaching launch. There's a few things I wonder still, and I didn't really get to try the dual servers, I got a bit caught up in doing everything else. However, the combat of Chivalry 2 after having played the beta now, it definitely feels like it has a lot of potential and a lot of depth. Compared to Mordhau, for example, where if you're going to block an opponent, in Mordhau most of the time all you gotta do is try to basically fool your opponent to miss his timing. And what I mean about that is that you do a feint, you do an animation or something to make them do a block. Like, do like a... And then that block only lasts for like 1 second, and then you can start your attack and then you'll get a hit guaranteed. Hence why feinting and animation manipulation in Mordhau is so efficient. Because you can get free hits if you know what you're doing. While in Chivalry 2, it feels like the way to get around people is your movement and how you combine your attacks. Do you kick them, or do you punch them, like jab them, or do you just wait and slam into their block? After having played, there's a lot of ways to get through people's blocks, and while people are holding blocks, they will lose stamina. So for example, if you do a heavy attack, like your special attack onto somebody blocking, they will stagger backwards and lose a little bit more stamina while holding their block. So being aggressive and kinda trying to find your way around someone's block isn't really that punishing, which is kinda great. It makes it so that you can experiment, and if you meet a very defensive player, you'll have the upper hand because you'll be the one initiating and starting and stopping the fight, and probably winning. Come on, let's see, most of the time you'll probably be winning that fight. Also, they don't have chambering in Chivalry 2, however, they do have the system where you have the riposte and the counter. And basically, as far as I've understood it, the counter is basically a chamber. So when you counter someone's attack, you drop your block right before they hit and you initiate an attack just like the enemy just did. Like a chamber did in Mordhau, for example, just like a chamber. And then you'll get a counter and you won't get pushed backwards, you won't lose stamina, and you will be instantly attacking back. Which some of the time I have noticed have gotten me off guard because it hits so fast if you don't pay attention. And it's actually pretty thrilling when you get into a heated duel where you exchange counters and ripostes and kicks and jabs. It's actually really cool, and I feel like Chivalry 2 definitely has a lot of potential in the combat. And I can't wait to see the full game of what we can do. Hopefully they will have a horde mode at some point. Might need to see if that's going to be a thing, because that would be awesome as well to practice. And hopefully they also do a AI mode, so you can single player play offline. Now the reason why I would want an AI mode is not because I want there to be like nothing else going on, or not playing against players. But it's basically nice to be able to go into a mode where you can practice, counters, ripostes, and how to be efficient against people blocking. The AI is simple, and in Mordhau as well, I did the same thing. I just played it Mordhau versus like 2 or 3 AI, and then I learned how to chamber and be semi-efficient with blocking and such. Of course, players will always be different than AI because they're not robots, they're players, they have brains. So, I think it's good to have an AI little playground so you can at least learn a little bit more in depth how to exactly do combat to an efficient state. But then also like take that information to multiplayer and then enhance your skill and get even better at the combat. So overall, after playing the open beta, there was some issues that I noticed is that sometimes it felt like the server had a hiccup or something happened where things just was off sync, or you know, you swing your sword and then you hit stuff that you didn't expect to hit, or you shoot an arrow, or you toss a knife, or you toss an axe and then you hit your friendlies even though they're not in your crosshair. And sometimes I don't know if this was me or my eyes or both, but sometimes when I used a bow and arrow and I aimed directly at somebody's face and fired with the crosshair directly on their face, the arrow didn't exist. And what I had to do is I put the crosshair slightly to the left and then I hit. I don't know if that's a thing. That could have just been me and my connection to the server, of course, but you know, I'm not entirely sure. If you encountered any interesting issues in the beta, be sure to put them in the comments below. I'm interested to see what happened to you in the game. Because I had a few things that sometimes I got a bit frustrated when I got hit by somebody that didn't look like was about to hit me. Then again, I probably didn't pay enough attention, was just too hyped and running around like a potato. But overall, after playing the open beta, I am really excited to see the full game coming out. It's already pre-ordered, it's in my box, I'm waiting. It's gonna come out soon. We're 5 days away. And when the game comes out, we can finally put down a review. These impressions are kind of like second impressions after the closed beta. And I have participated in the alpha as well. I'm not going to speak about how that was back in the day. But I will say that after the closed beta and the open beta, they have made some progress from closed to open beta. The open beta felt a little bit more responsive. It was a little bit more smooth. There was more modes to play. There was more different maps to play. More different maps. Wow, good English, Turtle. Thank you. We had some variety of maps. We had customization unlocked. My goodness. And there was a lot of customization items. And thank you to Tornbanner. We got a nice in-game donation to do fashion in medieval style. So thank you, Tornbanner, for the medieval fashion budget. So all of my characters looked badass and they looked like they were wearing the newest medieval shoes on the market. In other aspects, the YouTube channel here as well will not only cover Chivalry 2. It's only recently I've been very hyped for Chivalry 2, so that's why there's been a lot of Chivalry 2 content. Be sure to tell me in the comments down below what you would like to see from this channel as well, so I know what you guys also like to see. Hopefully you will allow me to not just play Chivalry 2, even though it's a very great game and I love it a lot so much and I can't wait to see the full game. We're definitely gonna have some variety so I don't go insane. I want to go through a window somewhere. Other than that, hopefully you're having a great day, enjoying the summer times that is coming along. If you're in Australia, I bet you it's winter. I kinda envy you because it's too hot here in Norway. And I'm dying of sweat and tears. So until next time, maybe you leave that like or a dislike now, subscribe with those notifications on, and if you did subscribe, you're my MVP. Thank you so much. And until the next video, hopefully not too far away now, I'll see you very, very soon. And until then, stay chivalry, oh my goodness, stay good, alright? Bye-bye.